Perfect. So welcome. So today is January 20th, Australian time zone architecture meeting.
Mhm.
And let me just drop the link in the chat. I can find it. I just had it. There it is. All right. Yeah, it sounds like from looking at some of the pull requests and Artifact Hub, it looks like making some good progress.
Yeah, last we chat, we were doing, that logo thing with the Ortelius logo in Artifact Hub, and that's done now. So that got in. That's perfect. And hi, Tracy.
Hey there. I figured I'd join for a change.
I like the deploy hub post in the back. That's cute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Somebody else commented about that today.
So what else did you, were you able to get the README sorted out? Or is that on the repo side?
That's on the repo side. So that's something that will need to be done on each microservice or alongside each chart.
Okay.
So that on the repo side, I think that would probably be more on your end, or whoever maintains those charts, they would write up for it. What I do have is something that's quite cool though.
Yeah, go ahead, share your screen.
So what I was working on before was, how instead of having Ortelius charts trigger every hour, we wanted it to do a bit more reactive. So whenever there's any changes in the charts repo, it redoes the indexing rather than on a timer, because timer wise, we're already at close to 600 commits. So that's looking a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
So what I had been able to do is essentially do a workflow dispatch. So this is kind of the progress. You send a workflow dispatch, and then it runs on a trigger. So these two are the super simplified version of it. All I'm doing is on any pushes to main, and this is just like a dummy hello world type workflow. Any pushes to main, what it will do is it'll do a curl request to the GitHub endpoint, and all you do is swap out the repo owner for whichever it is, just those three variables, and it will send a request to a separate repo on the receiving end. Instead of what it was before on schedule or on push to main, it's just on workflow dispatch. Nothing more needs to be in there, and it just runs the hello world. So this being the super simple version, this is how it actually is. Yep.
So if I got this right, this one is the receiver of the dispatch.
Yep. So yeah, this dispatches and that receives it. The dispatch in here doesn't really make sense, but it's more weird.
Right.
But this is the example where if I put it to the Ortelius chart version, down here everything is exactly the same. Nothing has changed. All I did was swap it from on schedule, which it was before. Which, let's just compare the before and after. It used to be on schedule on cron every 15 minutes. Just take that entire thing out, swap it to on workflow dispatch. So I can show you how it is in action via this actions tab. So last I ran it was an hour ago, and this dispatch thing, it'll be the exact same thing. All I'm going to do is just trigger a rerun. It's not going to do anything aside from say, well, it's just going to do a curl.
Yep.
And once this curl is done, you'll see in the Ortelius, my Ortelius charts repo. So it just ran the curl, it sent it across. And in this repo, now the indexer starts running.
Cool.
So it's no longer on a cron. That will solve any, there's no unnecessary reruns of the indexer where nothing has actually changed.
Right. Perfect.
So would take care of
Code run.
well, the whole solution. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Brent.
That takes care of that portion. And now the only thing that we need to do is actually just add this particular workflow. This GitHub action workflow into each of the microservices repo. And the part that I am unable to do actually is doing the personal access token.
Oh,
Because that would be something that would be required on.
So the GitHub token doesn't work because it's cross repo?
When I tried using the GitHub token, it didn't allow it. It needed a personal access token.
Okay.
And what I had done in this particular example was I had put it under the secrets of this repo. So the workflow dispatch sender, it just has a access token. So
yeah, let me
let
me see real quick. I think we have one at the org level.
Yeah, exactly. That would be ideal because we don't want to have to take this token and copy and paste it across all 10 repos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might possibly be an app that we have to make. And then that gives you the token.
Yeah, let me see
Maybe.
what we got.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey there.
Nice to see you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I figured I'd say hi for the beginning of the year.
So is it a
In terms of the
action
permissions,
secret or is it a?
I don't think so. If you can share your screen, Steve, it might be easier.
Yeah, let me get over there.
let me just show you what the requirements are. These are the permissions that it needs, nothing else.
Okay.
So, and I'll just swap over to your end.
Yeah, because there's these action secrets, which I don't think that's it.
At a global level, it's a little bit confusing because it's almost like you have to add your own token to the secret, which is not ideal.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I have a feeling it is.
And it's like a secure, and unless we make a new user for Ortelius that doesn't have much permission, like a CI user, and then they could just have permission because if you put that's all your repos that technically, if I wrote some code in the GitHub action, I could get into all your things.
Right.
But then would need an email. You might, if you have a Gmail, you could just put Steve plus CI at Gmail and then use that as a GitHub user.
Right.
The token wise is all the way down the bottom under developer settings.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, this one, that was the one part that we were a bit sus about because like what Brad said, it gives you access to everything you actually have access to.
Yeah. For now, we'll do
you could call this the Helm indexer token or something, because that's what we will be using this specifically only for that.
like that.
Yep.
All right, this one.
But because that's more for your own reference only anyway.
I think if I remember correctly, you have to, oh, let's see what we get here.
You have to save that token immediately because it disappears forever.
Yeah, that's the guy I need. I don't want to do it there. What's yours?
I've
have
been.
Are you on the Discord?
I'm on the Ortelius one. I don't know if the. Let me see. I am on. It's Scarecrow. Yeah, and I just remembered. Yeah, it's like my gamer tag thing.
Oh, it's that one. Okay.
Scarecrow. Yeah, it's
Yeah, let
if
me get into a different conversation here real quick. Where did you go, Brad? I just saw you there. So if I type something weird, it goes to the wrong people.
you can type it to me and I can send it to Ben and delete it from my.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. What was it at Scare? Oh, it's weird here.
Scarecrow.
You can we can use HashiCorp Vault to wrap it, which will take 30 seconds if you want, and then we can decrypt it.
Nah, just
Okay. All
grab it. I'm not worried about it because I'll just go ahead and delete it if something gets
Yeah.
messed up. That's the one
Mhm.
nice thing with these things is I can revoke them.
Sure. Okay, I'll send that to Ben now.
Cool. So then let me see if I actually have the ability to add secrets into Ortelius charts as repo. No, I don't.
Oh, so you need it as a secret then as well. Okay.
Actually, that's not, that secret will need to go into Ortelius's organization secrets.
Yeah. So what I can do is
Should be
where's
under
my
the
org?
settings and Ortelius there. Yeah.
I keep on forgetting that it's a two-step process, one to generate the token and another one to
Secrets down below, just at the bottom.
there's
Yep.
one to make it visible to the jobs. Now,
Cool,
what
and
do you
call
want
that- the same thing, I guess, Helm indexer token. And in theory, with that in place, I should be able to, I'll just call secret.helm indexer token in the workflow, and I don't even need to know what the value is.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think that is all. Yeah, all the plans are, all the repos are public repos, so that's perfect. That should be all we need. I'll give it a test and see if once the workflow is committed and merged by PR, it should just take that in and work. And it's Helm underscore index underscore token, right? Just
Token.
Yeah. Okay. All right. In that case, all I need to do is just swap out my variable thing in there, and
And
it should
commit
work.
it and it should work.
Mhm.
You never know though.
Never know.
These things with GitHub and where things need to go at what level can be
Yeah, it could be documented a little bit better.
yeah.
Especially the scopes, because you never know what scope you use, so people automatically just use admin. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is Aman's coming. He's in my team as well, so I've invited him along to do some work on this project as well.
Hi man, welcome aboard.
Hello.
We're just watching Ben break
Charts.
everything. So
I will first need to just try out one of, hold on. I'll merge this particular Ortelius chart thing. The only thing that's going to change is just the workflow. Ortelius charts. I need to get to my Ortelius charts. So this to main. Okay. Where's my changes? Okay, that's all I need to do. All right, so that's the first step. And then I will need to go and
yeah, I got it.
test one of these. I'll take.
Do you want me to
that one.
merge your pull request?
Yes, please. I feel like I've already cloned this particular one.
Okay, it's merged.
Check in my repos which ones I actually have forked.
No, it's not that one. You had another one. It's another.
All right, that one. That's the one I want.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah, I just wanted to get it from my thing rather than the Ortelius one. Okay.
once this is done, we can do a video on it as well, and then send it to you if you want to show the broader team.
Yeah, because I know, so Karam was working on the scoring of the services. You know, at an artifact hub, we had a bunch of like D's and F's for the scoring for the CVEs. So he's figured that out, and that's when I went in and changed the scheduler, the cron, to 15 minutes, so he didn't have to sit around all night.
It's actually 1 hour it updates, but yeah, I guess you don't know what time it's going to update.
Yeah, and it was from the Ben's indexer was running just once a day.
Yeah.
So that's where it was one of these cyclical things that I just ended up changing. So this is going to be great. So it'll be nice to be able to show everybody what's happening on that front.
This is the proper way. This is it's a neat solution.
It didn't seem that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot more complicated. I'm sure it was complicated to figure out, but the snippet of code that you needed to put in place wasn't that bad.
It's just 1 line dispatch and then a curl command and you're away.
Yeah.
I can't remember where it is. There you go. Deploy. Just syncing all my stuff up. Helm chart releaser. So on push branches deploy charts, that's perfect. And run chart releaser. And once the chart releaser is done, the next step that we want to do is the curl thing, which is dispatch sender. This bit.
Yeah.
Actually,
and then
I
you
could just take the entire file.
Before
Actually,
you do that,
just do this.
you gotta change the token first. It's under still PAT token.
I might actually put them together because we only want to trigger the release thing only on any changes to deploy. So I'll just combine it in here.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. Okay, so tuck that away for a sec. Let's just have a look at it. So it release, it does all that.
So line 47 needs to change.
Yes, so that is now Helm indexer token.
Yep.
And repo owner will be Ortelius. Helm indexer, I believe that is still correct. Just have a look at.
Oh, so you give
Helm
you
indexer,
basically give it the which
yes, you tell them which
file.
workflow exactly to run.
Nice.
So Ortelius charts, Helm indexer. I believe this is all I need to do. .ref. This is actually deploy. It runs on the deploy branch.
Right.
Okay. Did I add way too many things? Whoops. Oh, crap. What's all this merge stuff that I botched? I think I broke something.
I think that every time I try to check something the earlier team had the same discussion.
You got the license.
It's usually the incoming because my version shouldn't have had anything. API version, why is that being changed? Well, that didn't look right. I think the API version should be in there.
Should be
unless
in there.
That's intentionally. Yeah, I think that looks right.
Hold up, just give me a look. Chart. I don't know if it is. Let me check. It's not going to break it if it doesn't need it anyway. Just put an extra line. Put an extra line on the bottom of the files as well.
Oh yeah, that Docker file.
That one.
I don't want any of that stuff to be in there. That was unrelated
I see
to
what
what.
yeah.
It's sort of like my merge thing got botched a bit.
Well, and Karam kind of jumped in the middle on you by accident because I could see his alpine layer got pulled in.
Exchanges. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now, the only thing I want to actually commit is the Helm chart releaser. Don't want to touch any of those. Cool.
It's always something. It's like,
Okay, I think that should be good. Let's see. 9 files change. Uh-oh, that's unhappy. I only want this thing. Darn.
I think
I think I might just read
the
entire
sledge, yeah, just do a sledgehammer approach. Just copy the
Yeah.
file and it's be easier.
Scrap all that stuff, cancel this.
We could be
Oh,
fancy, but it would just take longer
yeah.
and would achieve the same goal with a sledgehammer.
Let me just copy that indexer out. Ortelius comp items crud. Just chuck that here
Just
for a sec.
yeah, just stage it because
Then
otherwise
just reset hard and then push it.
I
push
hate
force.
it when that thing happens. Is this a Windows thing that it likes to hold on to stuff?
Here, I can fix it easier. Just go back to your command prompt. Wherever that
Yep.
is. So
All right,
change that directory where you the comp
Into the
item.
comp thing?
Yeah.
TS. Yep.
Do a git reset -- hard origin main.
Should it be developed then?
Yeah, if you want to go to development, origin / development.
Because that particular branch
Or
we were
deploy.
on was
Sorry.
Ah,
No.
sorry, deploy. Deploy. Okay. Did that
Now,
work?
yeah, drop that in and
Wrong one. Cool. Okay, so I should be in happy deploy mode. What's that change? I
Yeah,
need to
that's coming
reset
from the-
my workflow thing as well, don't I? Just go back to deploy and upstream. Ditch that thing. Merge conflict. Sledgehammer. Okay, back to my comp items crud. I should actually fetch everything in every upstream. Oh, that's probably why. Okay, super sledgehammer approach of just destroying this entire repo.
yeah, sometimes you just give up.
There are times it's just not even worth rebuilding all that stuff. Okay, comp items crud, that should be happy now.
Yeah.
All right, now go back to the deploy branch. Perfect. That's all I wanted to do.
Yep.
So token, Ortelius.
Looks
Perfect. I
good.
think that's all good. Push. Okay. There you go. That's much happier. Whoa. 11 files changed. Oh, I'm supposed to merge it to develop, not main. Or
Yeah.
deploy. That might be why I was being really angry before.
Yeah, that looks good.
All right, that looks good. Well, that title actually said
Either one
everything.
works.
Okay, so in theory, if
Go ahead
this
and
thing
merge
is
it.
happy, merge. Cool, so that's done. Delete that branch of mine. So comp items CRUD actions 4 days ago. So in order for it to rerun, it actually needs any changes to deploy. I guess the only way to test this is if we actually have any changes to deploy and chart. Is that
Yeah, you have
something that
to
we can
go
figure
into
out?
deploy charts.
Yeah, so chart.
Yeah, there's second
Comp
one
item
down.
CRUD. Okay,
Just do chart.yaml.
Yeah, I was thinking we can do that. Chart.yaml. Oh,
And
we do
just
have
put a
an
new
icon
line.
there.
Just put a new line on the end of it. And if we want to do the README,
Yeah, this is probably a good time to just add a t. Well, as a start, let's just put the name of the thing on it.
we have one. It's just
is
at
there
a
one?
different. It's at a higher level.
This thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put that in here. Oops, I've got that. Why is that unhappy? Missing property API version. I'll not touch that for now. Update chart YAML and update README.
Yeah, I just saw something come through that was failed. Let me see.
Did it remove my extra one line in there? Comp items CRUD. Okay, let's just try that. Hopefully that will trigger the action. Please work. There you go. Okay, so that's doing the steps. And if all goes well in Ortelius charts, we will see an action happen after. Ooh. All right, that broke. Validation failed. Tag code already exists. Is it because it's not bumped up
Oh, yeah. So you need to bump the version number.
here?
Let me jump back to your screen. Yeah,
Okay.
it just has to be unique. And we may mess up the automation on the back end, but that's fine. It'll sort itself out.
Okay, so that's just, I need to remember to change this to deploy. Perfect, create pull request. Please work.
You never know with these things.
I had an ex-colleague that whenever something fails, he just says, you forgot to sacrifice a rubber duck to the demo gods.
Yeah, I used to work at a bank, and if you broke the build, you got a rubber duck on your desk.
Oh, we have
Oh,
the
yeah, me
rubber
too.
chicken.
You had a rubber
Yeah.
chicken?
Right, rubber chicken, that was one, not a rubber duck.
I think ours was a duck.
Curl
Ours
command
was a duck
failed.
as well. At TripAdvisor, if you broke it, it stays on your desk until someone else breaks it.
Yep.
422, so is that forbidden or something?
It's in that range.
Unable to process unprocessable entity.
Aman, do you know? This is your sort of stuff.
Curl, all right, let's see what exactly the curl was doing. Sending it to Ortelius, workflow dispatches.
Maybe just echo the URL for good luck.
Yeah.
Or that was working before, right? Just echo it.
Echo that.
Could be the authorization.
Let me just take out the fail for now, because that, if you didn't add a fail, it actually tells you what the error is. For
Oh,
whatever
really?
reason. Yeah, and in my previous runs, the dispatch sender, if you didn't have the
What?
fail, it actually gives you more detailed
is it-
exit codes.
Is it possible to do like a catch and then
Um,
echo the catch? Like I'm not sure if it's possible in GitHub Actions, but that would be quite cool.
you can on a curl also do -v for verbose.
Verbose. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, this was what I was expecting to get back, because this usually, if I didn't have the fail, you actually get a body back, which is useful. So let's just do a -v as well for verbose. Okay, I think that should be good.
Is that right? For the Helm indexer token, that it's secrets, and I wonder if it's since it's at the org level, it may be something different.
That was what I was looking at before as well. Let me just confirm that, because we were encrypted secrets for an organization. Once you create it, you using encrypted secrets, you call it the same way.
Okay.
That was the part I was looking at for, well, the token. Okay, GP. I was hoping it was going to work magically, but it never does. Oh, is it going to get angry at the version 51 then? Could we actually just take out version 51 in here? just to make it not be angry.
Let me
Because the last action successfully created version 51.
right.
I'm gonna can
Yeah,
51.
yeah, you could try just trashing it there.
Trash that release, trash the tag for 51 as well. Oh, why is that one verified and not the previous one? Okay, take out 51.
Yeah, that should fix it.
Now, where was my pull request? Merge own request. Why isn't it running? That looks right. It merged into Ortelius deploy. Because nothing had changed in the chart. That's annoying. Don't know if that would work. Rerunning this, would that take the old thing? Let's give that a shot.
Just give it a go. It's not gonna really break anything, so.
I don't think that did the verbose thing. Yeah, it didn't pick up the new file. Is there a way to just manually trigger this thing to rerun?
On the comp item version.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to just run.
The easiest thing to do would be just go ahead and delete out.
I was thinking take out this temporary path thing. So it'll
Yeah,
just run on every deploy.
yeah, and then you can also take out all the actions about doing
The chart releaser.
yeah.
Okay.
So take out line 8 and the chart. Yeah, that will
take this out for now and take the path out as well.
Yeah,
So
and that way
it
we don't have to.
Yeah, worry about all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not seeing anything. Wrong. Only other thing I can think of is somehow the token's still messed up.
Okay, one file, one commit. Go, merge. Now this should have all our echoey stuff.
Yeah.
All right, run echo.
Does it work like that, like dollar and the variable name, or
No
do we
ref.
need to put that into curly braces
That's
then?
why. No, it's this ref thing. So it's the
Yeah.
where it's supposed to go to. So it's actually Ortelius charts.
Oh, there's no.
That was,
yeah, Ortelius charts doesn't have a branch called deploy.
I think it was main that was what we were supposed to work with.
Yep.
Let me just confirm that because I've got my Ortelius chart here as well. Actually, it's the dispatch sender.
Is that a common thing to do, Steve? To put don't have charts in main and then have it in deploy?
Well, the all the microservices, those repos need to be merged into main. I just haven't had a chance.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering.
So those will get all merged into main, and then that will kind of fix everything up on that front.
Yeah.
I needed to have the dash fail in there as well, because even a happy 400 status would still let the curl go through. All right, 5th or 6th or 7th times the charm.
Yeah.
2 commits, take out all the extra stuff. Okay. Oh, it's not going to run because it's doing the chart thing. Do we just bump that up to 52 now?
Yeah, that'll work.
Just to be super sure that everything will actually run.
Yep.
Okay, increment version. That should be good to deploy. Well, the good thing about this is you just copy and paste everything in that to all the other repos and it should just work.
Yep. Okay, there it goes.
Chart releaser does its thing. Trigger workflow worked. Okay. Trigger workflow needs like a separate stage because it seems to be running before chart releaser is even done.
Maybe just the indentation on the YAML. Let me look at it.
Oh yeah, 30 seconds ago. Wait, that's manually run. Was that manual or is that based on the dispatch? Does this still have a, that's on workflow dispatch, so that looks right. Let's see.
Yeah, so the way you have it set up is you
Okay, it actually
need
does say manually run even when it's the dispatch. I wasn't sure if that was a
right.
it's not actually manual, it's auto.
Yeah, so either what you need to do is just take out the trigger workflow as an additional action in the workflow or part of the job, and just make it all underneath the same under release, or you do it depends on release to get the ordering right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so here trigger workflow depends. So depends on, depends dash on.
I'll tell you in a second. Let me find, I have one that I use that.
Or I just put it under the steps. Yeah, I'll just put it under steps.
It's just, I just find it since it's not that much.
That makes more sense. Just do that. And I'll just give it name.
Yeah, if you do dash name instead of run.
trigger
Yeah, exactly.
flow. And I'll still need these parts. Oops. Okay, I don't need all that anymore.
Right.
Trigger workflow with those variables. Da, 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 da.
Yep. So
Perfect.
now if you go to the chart.yaml and update that again.
True. But the good thing is I can confirm that when I was in Ortelius charts, it's 52 now. So that's exactly, it did the reindexing.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay. Right, so it'll be cool to have whoever wants to learn how to use this GitHub Actions thing, do it for the other 4 repos.
True. That's a good idea. Yeah. What we can do is make a tutorial video and then make some issues and then, yeah, that's a really good idea.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, okay, so that just moves in and done. Sweet. I think that has now settled comp items.
Cool. That's awesome.
Just to confirm, actions, yes, that's running its thing. And once that is completed, just stare at it.
Yeah, I know. Make it run faster.
Run, trigger, perfect. That's happy. Now, Ortelius charts. Let's see if you're doing what you're supposed to. Helm chart indexer, build, complete job. Okay, so if we look at GitHub pages, that updated 12 seconds ago. Oh, nope. Wait, did that even change anything? Sorry, let me go back to the index. Comp.
Yeah, it updated it.
It's still, was it supposed to be 52 or 53 though?
53. I'm seeing 53.
Oh, is it showing 53 on your end here and the
On
Ortelius
the,
charts?
you have to be on the GH pages branch. And the index.yaml showing 53.
On the Ortelius charts or in the comp items?
In comp items.
So that means it, this Ortelius charts thing, it didn't actually pick up the new release, which is not
Oh,
good.
let me see. Something just got a failure coming through. I got all these GitHub messages. I gotta weed through them.
I wonder if it's just that it triggered it too quickly. So chart releaser, it updated index, it sent it push to GitHub pages branch, and it immediately triggered the workflow on the other one. GitHub pages, update index. So that's good. This is doing what it's supposed to. Whereas on Ortelius charts itself, this update index that happened, all it did was change the timestamp, which not what we want. It's almost like you need to do like a sleep 10 seconds or something before you trigger the workflow.
Oh, it could be where, well, it should, the push on from the Helm chart releaser should happen pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not Ortelius chart was too quick on the trigger that it just pulled the index a fraction of a second faster than this was being updated. That's an annoying problem.
I've got to go, everyone.
Yep.
But one thing I did want to talk about is I've got quite a few good students at the moment for this GitOps project. And I've been talking to the Captain team as well. So they're interested in helping out with this project just to, finally get it over the line. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe having like a 3-hour block or something of, I don't know what we call it, like hackathon or mentoring session or something where we can just go and get a lot of these tasks done.
Yep. We were talking about that exact same thing this morning.
Oh, okay.
About doing like blocking out an hour or two to kind of get a little group together and kind
Yeah.
of
Okay, perfect.
work through some of this stuff. So we're thinking we're on the same lines on that front.
Okay, because I recommend at least like 1 hour is not enough, but I think 2 hours would be a good block. Otherwise, we won't achieve as much as we want.
Yep. That's what I was thinking too. 2 hours would be would work well.
Yeah. So what I might do is do a little bit of sprint planning around this, make some small tickets so people can work on, and then maybe present back to you sooner than later, and then we can arrange a good time that suits everyone.
Yep. Yeah, work with Sergio was going to work on this as well.
Okay.
So between the three of us, we just need to coordinate
Sure.
to make sure it happens, because there's it's a perfect opportunity because it's like small stuff for people to kind of learn how things are kind of plumbed together.
Yeah, it's really good if they learn. Yeah. Okay. I'll chat to Sergio as well. We probably have around 10 people as well, which is quite a good number.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I worked with Sasha earlier today, and we have the diagram is
I seen
completed.
that. Yeah, I looked at it. Yeah, it looks good.
So we may need to pretty up some of the colors. He picked some bold colors.
He loves the colors.
He does.
I mean, the lime green, the fuchsia, and some other weird color. It was like, I don't know, like a off
A bit
blue.
much.
It was like
hilarious. It's hilarious because Sasha's that way, and then Sergio is an artist, and sometimes you see him when it comes up, and he's like, you can tell he's like, what the heck was Sasha thinking? Yeah. It needs, and we might ask Sergio to doll it up. He might be able to do that as well.
Yeah. Okay. And then I can present it back to the Captain developer meeting, and they're interested in hearing some like use cases as well. So that will drive a bit more interest from them to help out as well. Because we've got to start thinking about there's a concept of a shipyard file, which essentially defines the stages and sequences of what we want to do, so they can help us architect that stuff.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Also, I've been looking into creating a custom Ortelius service for Captain, if that makes sense. So we can upload metadata and whatever we need to do with that Captain service, which we'll be using cloud events.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
And on that topic, Brad, if we have Captain and Ortelius in a presentation, I'm guessing you will definitely get selected at CDCon, and you might be able to get selected for a KubeCon. They haven't decided what they're going to do in terms of a virtual conference. They initially were like, well, all the speakers have to be in person. Then they've been getting pushback from some of the other open source communities where people are from not from the United States, and they can't make it. They couldn't travel if they were allowed. I mean, if the company allowed them to, they wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So I still say go ahead and submit that talk.
Yeah.
Worst case, as you say, if it's not virtual, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm going to KubeCon Spain this year as well, so I could even probably do CDCon as well, in person,
What
if I
kind
have
of,
to.
how long is a flight?
I used to fly once a month to the US for work, so it's
Are you used to the
it's like
24-hour flight?
yeah. I actually like flying for 14 hours because I can. That's the only focus time I get. I can like code the whole way. It's awesome.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I do.
Yeah.
What a workaholic.
But
Yeah, so I'm just
that-
saying, if you submit any talks with Ortelius and Kepton in it, you'll
Yeah.
get definitely a higher hit rate for getting
yeah, and that's why
selected.
I want to get this over the line so then it validates the talk as well. So that's why I'm working harder to try and finish this. And
Is it too
I'll
late?
talk-
Is it too late to submit to KubeCon Spain?
yeah, but there's co-hosted events that we could. So I was talking to Scott Rigby recently. I'm catching up with him next week, and he's going to talk to me about a talk for GitOpsCon as well. So we could submit to GitOpsCon maybe.
You know, and sometimes those are better attended.
Yeah, it's more like niche, and it's the real people that want to be there, not sort of like tie kickers. So it's
Yep.
quite a good audience.
Yep.
Yeah. So I will update you on that, and then I think it's a great talk once we get it over the line.
Great.
Especially with cloud events as well, because that's a really fascinating thing for me. I've been trying to attend the CD Foundation.
Well, we're pretty
SIGs for
involved,
that.
so if there's ever any questions you have
Yeah.
about it, we're staying, you know, Steve's pretty involved in it, and I try to attend the meetings. I'm pretty excited about it too. Looking forward to building out an event for Ortelius, right?
I came to one of the SIG meetings for cloud events, but it was just too late. Like it's because my daughter was awake. But Captain is also talking about a GitOps working group as well. So we could maybe have I don't know if this makes sense, but have the CD Foundation have a GitOps working group as well that's sort of separate to C and CF, but I don't know if that's too much.
I don't know if they would do that. I think we would just build it into this events.
The CNC, yeah. So I SIG events, yeah. Well, that would be good as well then. But
because
maybe
we could build the specification around the events, the CD events.
that makes sense. So maybe in that case, we should maybe if you could raise awareness of, you know, there are people in APAC interested. Could we maybe have an APAC friendly time, you know, for one of these meetings as well?
Okay.
Sort of like what we do today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's something I'm trying to change this year is the promoting it more in APAC region, because it's all US orientated, which we just can't do. Like if you look at my calendar, all of my open source meetings are at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
No,
4
it's
a.m.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've brought it up before. It's like if we want to be inclusive, we need to start building
Exactly.
community, like we're doing with you guys. Build a community there that can work. And I keep telling everybody who's near to this time zone, like we just had a guy from Brazil join, and he could actually do either one. He's 4 hours.
Oh, nice.
I think he's actually directly in between.
Yeah, he's gonna be closer to the East Coast time, right?
Well, he's 4 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, that's Sergio's the same way. He's ahead of us.
He's in Chile, I think. Yeah.
They're close to time. So I keep trying to recruit folks for this group, and I'll keep bringing it up.
Yeah, because this is a great use case, because this is working. Like we all come to the meeting, we never miss it. We're achieving stuff. It's a good use case and showcase, I guess, of how it does work.
And even with like Karam is interacting with what you guys are doing. So even people and he's in India or Pakistan. So even though you guys are in really diverse time frames, you're still connecting.
Yeah, that's cool. So
and he knows what you guys are up to because he can watch this recording, for example.
Yeah, there's no reason we can't do India friendly time with APAC, like match those together, because that works as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will bring it up
for
to him.
5
I will
minutes and
definitely.
Steve is black in full darkness in his cave now.
Yep.
I know it's dark now.
I didn't get up to turn a light on yet. It gets dark because we back up to a mountain that's on the west.
Yeah.
We lose the sunlight pretty quick.
All you see is your head and your
It's quite funny,
Knights
yeah.
logo.
I'm
It
the
looks like
floating
those
head
scary
now.
movies.
All
Yeah,
right, guys.
Okay.